When you excel at something in your field, you can get labeled the expert. And nobody wants you to change roles because you're so good at what you're doing. That's how I got stuck in the same role for 9 years. And I had to take action to get out. You can do that as well. Hi, it's Carol Doherty. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share some of the lessons I learned from getting myself unstuck from being the expert for 9 years. So first, I had to know what it was I wanted to do. I had to have that vision for what was next for me. Part of that was knowing that I wanted to get away from doing tactical day-to-day problem solving out on the shop floor. I loved working on the shop floor, but I had been doing it for 9 years, supporting the shop. And I needed to do something different because I had met a lot of people, interacted with lots of folks. I knew I wanted to be in a more strategic role. So I took that as part of where I wanted to go. I knew I didn't want to be tactical. I knew I did not want to do shop supervision. So I wanted to do something strategic. So I had a vision for that. My mistake was I didn't think beyond the next step. I thought, I want to get out. I got to get out of this. I can't take it anymore. And I'd had a boss who for years told me, you have potential, but, because I made his life easier by being good at what I did. So I had to have that vision of where do I go? And then once I had that, actually even before I had the vision, I was speaking up saying, okay, I'll do this for a while longer, but this is not where I want to be long term. And I had to be assertive about it. It wasn't being bossy or mean or complaining, that squeaky wheel. It was just, hey, I transferred factories and I said, hey, I will take this role. There's a big project that I knew a lot about and I understood why they wanted me to do it. And I said, okay, I will do that project, but I don't want to stay in this role long term because I'm kind of burned out on it. And they said, okay. Now it took quite a while to get me out. And during that time, I was vocal about wanting to get out. What can we do? How can I help them backfill me? Which was part of the sticking point. But I was assertive. I talked about it. I asked questions. I got to know people. I let people know that I was interested in moving on. And so I had senior managers in other areas say, so when are you going to come join us? Well, when they can get me backfilled. So then he helped put some pressure on my management, not in a mean way. He was a really good guy. But that pressure said, hey, we would like her. How are you going to get her freed up? So it was about being, just vocal, being assertive, not whiny, not complaining, not mean, but just being assertive of, I want to go do something else. I think I can grow as an asset to this organization if I can do this instead. So once you have that vision in mind, you have to tell people, you have to speak up about it. And then know what your limits are. Okay, how long are you willing to stay stuck so that they can get out? Because they were having problems backfilling my specialized job, I had quite a few conversations with my boss about how long is this going to take? I don't want to keep doing this. So how long are you willing to stay in this role until they'll let you go? Or before you say, you know what, this isn't working, and you walk out the door. What are you willing to put up with? If they say, well, if you stay here, we'll give you a promotion, we'll give you a pay raise, we'll do this, but we want you to stay here. What are your limits? If you're feeling stuck, what is it you're willing to tolerate until you can get unstuck? Know what those are. I let it slide a little too long. That was my mistake. I should have pushed harder sooner. I probably would have gotten out a little bit earlier. Now, would I have ended up in the job I was in? Maybe not. And that ended up being a really good move for me. But know what your limits are. What are you willing to tolerate? And in today's job market, there's lots of jobs out there. Yes, it's competitive in engineering, but there's a lot of jobs out there. You might be able to go somewhere else if your organization isn't willing to work with you. So know what you're willing to put up with. And if you do those three things, have a vision for where do you want to go, speak up about it, and know what you're willing to put up with in the interim, you can then get yourself unstuck from the role you're in and advance your career in the direction you want to go. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, share, like, comment. And for more information on building a career in STEM that you are thriving in, not merely surviving, join me on Instagram at Carol S. Doherty. Have a great day.